Welcome back, gamers, to another episode of Experience Points Podcast.
My name's Charlie.
Hi, Nolan. Start your engine.
And don't forget gamers too.
Well, you still want it to be refreshing.
Yeah, refreshing is one thing, but it doesn't have to be called wet, fool.
Well, whatever. I'll just the opposite. What is the opposite of dry?
People gonna be like, "What's this conversation?" We're talking about Canada Dry, folks. That's what we're talking about. With that being said, well, welcome back, gamers, to the return of Experience Sports Podcast. And today, I am joined by Blackout.
What up, y'all? Canada dry, Canada wet.
They should just call it Canada Jones, and then I'll solve everything. How about that?
No. Put my name on it.
In today's episode 83, we're talking all about summons, specifically from the Final Fantasy verse. Let me start off by asking you, Jones. What are your thoughts? Oh, actually, what was your first thought when you first saw a summon? What was it, and what did you think about it?
Well, let's see. I believe the first time I saw summons was in Final Fantasy IV, aka Final Fantasy II, when I actually played it on the Super Nintendo. Great game, by the way. And I was definitely like kind of wild and amazed, like, ooh, so they not only had a magic, they had like this, it's like some summons. But like the thing is, like in that game, I believe you fought summons before you actually got them. So it's like, extra whimsical, so to say, because it's like, oh snap, so you're fighting this, like, wait, I get to summon you now? It's like awesome. It's like, yeah. So I was always a fan of summons.
Nice. I think my first one had to be 7. It had to be 7 because I played RPGs before that, but none of them had summons in it. Like they were just like regular ass RPGs, like the pixel, like Trigger and Mana and stuff like that. And I don't think there were any summons in Trigger.
No, there were not in Chrono Trigger.
Even though there's potential for quite a few. They got. Oh, dude, what if the remake of Trigger had not only double team and triple team moves, or triple techs as they call them? What if they had summons? Like, what if you can summon Gato? Dude. That would be epic.
That'd be a Lucas summon for sure.
Dude, that'd be perfect. He comes out and then that big ass fist comes out of his belly and knocks the person like way out. I would see the potential. I don't want it, but I would see potential for a 3D Trigger in that case. If they went as big as to put stuff like summons and stuff in there, I would see a case for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, that was technically Chrono Cross. I mean, in the sense of what you're asking for, that was Chrono Cross. Your Chrono Cross was, in fact, 3D-ish, I think.
Yeah, know what I mean. I'm talking about the remake treatment. Final Fantasy VII remake treatment. That's what I'm talking about.
I got you.
That'd be cool as hell. Anyway, the first one I remember is the first one you got in 7 is the Chocobo.
Good old Chocobo Mom, baby.
That was a good stuff. I just thought it was just cool as hell. And they just got bigger and bigger and better in freaking 7, and just like, man. And the enemies that you fought got bigger and better. And I wanted, excuse me, I used that damn summon. You got the summon before you fought the giant snake, right?
Yeah, or right around that time, because I know you have it when you fight Midgard Zone. Well, when you experience Midgard Zone, because you were not supposed to win that fight.
Yes, and
at that time,
I just remember spending hours trying to sneak around the edge of that damn marsh to try to get, and I would always get to the very last little inch of the map. Then he would just come over and just hit me. I'm like, dude, it's not fair. I wanted to glitch the game so bad. And I always wondered, like recently, how people like figure out all these damn like glitches and tricks and triggers of the games. And I realized that, by doing that, stuff like that, like being curious about the game and trying things in the game, it just makes it happen. But when you're dedicated, like back in the day, you only had that one game to play, you know what I'm saying? It happened. It just, things just happen. It's just like the glitch when I fought Ruby. Freaking Red died, came back as a ghost. He could not get hit, and like he was technically alive because he had like one hit point. But every time our whole party got hit and died, I stayed alive. So stuff like that happens all the time. But then like after like 20 minutes, Red just died. I'm like, damn it, I'm just gonna win this damn fight by a glitch.
That's like how I almost beat separation anxiety that bootleg game. Every time I played it, something different happened. There one particular time when I played it, I basically had like immortality. Like I couldn't die, but the music stopped playing. But when I got to the final boss, all of a sudden the game just froze.
That's hilarious. You were playing that thing for like 16 hours straight. It just overheated.
I don't know. It was a rental. It was weird.
Yeah, well, Rental Stories Part 2.0 should be added to the list. You just made the list. What game did summons first appear in the Final Fantasy series? Do you know?
I want to say Final Fantasy 3 is one I didn't play, but I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy 3 probably did have the first summons of Final Fantasy games, because 1 didn't really have, one definitely didn't have summons. And I don't believe 2 had summons. I mean, technically 1 had Bahamut, which we'll get talking about him a bit more later, but it did not have Bahamut as a summon.
You are 100% correct. It is in Final Fantasy 3. And it says here that it introduced the job system as well, and they're called evokers in Final Fantasy 3. And you had Chocobo, Shiva, Ramu or Rama, as you call them.
Rama is what I used to call them.
Hey, what's up, Rama? Ifrit, Titan, Odin, Leviathan, and Bahamut. All the OGs were there. But it was a distinction between them. So you had evokers and you had summoners. So evokers could basically evoke the name of the summon. They didn't have control of them, which I think is really freaking cool. And I bought, when it came out back in the day, the entire Pixel series, and I played through 1, had a great time. I started 2. 2 seems a bit more involved than I want to get into right now. So today I actually downloaded 3. So I'm gonna play through 3 because 3 looks like a lot of freaking fun. But anyway, so the evokers, with the summons, they can only call the summons to do either a single attack or a defensive attack. It's random. Like you have no idea what's going to happen. So you call them out because you don't have control of them, and they basically just come out and do whatever they want, which I thought was awesome. But if you're a summoner or a sage in the game, you can call them out to do the usual one-hit AOE nuke bomb mega hit move. Yes. Or they can come out and do a party-wide defensive thing. Buff depends on the whatchamacallit. Depends on the summon. Exactly like that. So the people that can do it are white mage, black mage, and then the summoners. So yeah,
white mages and black mages are the ones that you say are evokers.
Evokers, yeah, those are called evokers in this game. Yeah.
And just a little side note, in Final Fantasy 11, Summoner's artifact armor was in fact called evokers, and I never really knew that particular lore about it until just now.
There you go. You're welcome. So on that note, we're going to shift over, pun intended, you'll find out why in a moment. Can you tell me the name of the summons in these particular games? In Final Fantasy X, well, obviously I know you can. What are they called?
Oh, hold on, wait, crap. Shoot, there's a lot of shit like that. There were summons, and then there were Aeons.
Yep, you got it. Aeons. You got it. Okay. In Final Fantasy X, they were called Aeons. And did you like... This is another question. What flavor of summon did you care for? Did you like when they came out and did the one hit AoE super move attack, or did you like when they actually fought next to you?
It's situational, but Final Fantasy X specifically is a game where they did fight like that, and I like the change of pace for that particular game, and I think it worked for that game. But if it were any other game, I would probably say, come out, do your big bang attack, and then leave. But like 10, it worked out well for 10.
I'm gonna summon Vegeta. I was used to 7, and I was used to 8, and I was actually used to 9, because 10 was the first one to do that, and I just did not care for it at all. I didn't want to see them as pets. I thought that was awkward. When they came out and like rubbed their head and petted their head and smacked their butt and told them to go on and do your thing.
To be fair, she didn't do that to like Shiva or Bahamut or like. She did it to the actual ones that looked like animals at least. I'm just saying. I'd be a whole different game if she did that to Shiva.
I watched the video earlier, and she literally smacked the butt of Ifrit and said Hellfire, and then he did it. That was it. That's all I'm saying. It's the truth. It's the truth.
Okay, I must not actually remember that.
I'm joking. I am joking. I'm joking.
Okay. I'm just making sure because like I think I remember some crazy stuff like that happened.
She did not. I mean, they were impressive as hell because 10 was like the first game I was like, okay, gaming future is here. Like PS2 was a whole other beast, and we will have an episode about that in the future, about the best and brightest of the PS2 era, because that was still one of my favorite eras. But like just seeing the Aeons, which I still don't like that name, and that definition and that clarity and that level was just awe-inspiring. It was just like, man, these freaking things are gorgeous. I wish they didn't just fight alongside us, but again, I was just used to 7, 8, and 9.
Please.
And I
And
wanted.
that being said,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and that being said, like I actually feel like 10, you kind of felt more attached to the Aeons because they're fighting by your side rather than just coming out and doing their attack. Like, like other games, they come out and do their attack, they got it. Like, they're mysterious things. What's the deal with them? But like in 10, you kind of just grow with them. You kind of get a bond. You understand them a bit better. So that's all I was saying about that part.
Yeah, and you're not wrong. You are not wrong. That is 100% true. But me personally, I still didn't care for it. Moving on. What were the summons called in Final Fantasy 12?
Oh Lord. Okay, 12, because 12 is the game that I never completely really played. Like I started playing it, but then I realized it was basically Final Fantasy 11, but offline. So I was like, why play this? But I mean, I'm eventually get back to it. But let me think. 12.
It starts with an E.
Yeah, that's Eidolons then.
No.
It's not Eidolons?
Nope, they are called Espers in Final Fantasy.
Oh, dang it, that's right. Tactics, yeah. I forgot it was, I should have known that.
Yeah, and they are AI controlled. I definitely remember that, and then you just had to wait until they did their move, and they did the moves, and the moves hit. But we'll talk about this a little bit later. But 12 had like so many weird summons. I did not like the summons in 12. That there were 12 of them, and they were based off the zodiac signs, and there's none of the OGs in there. And I get it, you gotta do something different. I fully understand, but they look like somebody smoked a bunch of weed and tried to draw and animate different kind of summons at that time. It's just they were so awkward. The one that was based off my zodiac, I think it was a female hybrid horse with skates on and a sword
What the hell?
and a cape.
Okay, I have clearly not played very far in Final Fantasy 12 because You really are talking like you're having a fever dream, bro.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. And I recorded the footage from every one of these games earlier, and it's going to be playing in the background right now. I'll see if I can get that one to play at this very moment. But yeah, it was crazy. I was like, oh, shit. All right, moving on. What were they called in 13? You can finally say the word you've been saying this whole time.
Eidolons?
Mm-hmm. Eidolons, one of those two. I think Saz says it a couple of times in the game when he summons his. But it says here that that summons became deeply tied to a psychological breaking point of the character and literally transformed into futuristic vehicles, which I could not stand for as much love as I have for 13. The summons portion was not it, because when I saw that Shiva was basically a harem that came out and scissored each other to connect and form into a bike, I was like, what in the blue hell is going on here? And then it was racist as hell because they gave Saz basically a freaking caddy. They gave him a caddy. Big black man with a fro riding a caddy. That's not. Come on now.
The only one that I liked, and I think it was the first one you got. I like Odin to a degree. I like Odin because it was at least still kind of a horse and everything. But when I saw those other vehicles, what the heck did they give freaking what's her name? Oh, you know the shoot, not Fang, Vanille. What was Vanille? What was that thing even? What was that supposed to be?
That one I do not remember. I did record it earlier, but I was watching X-Men as I was doing it, so I did not pay attention to that one. I totally forgot. Speaking of which, Lightning's summon is coming to 14.
What? Hold on. What? Lightning summon.
Lightning summon is coming to 14, and it can freaking transform from that horse into Odin.
Okay, why is this happening? Is this actually something that I might have missed from the keynote that I didn't watch?
Potentially.
Okay.
I mean, it looks badass. It looks badass. Like you hop on it, it's a horse, and then in mid-flight, it can transform into Odin, and you're like on the shoulder. It's really freaking cool. I'm like, I'm getting it. I did post it on our page, so it is there. Yeah. So after this, I'll send it to you. Just remind me, and you can see it. It's a very short video, but yeah. All right. Last one as far as names go. Nope. No, two more. What were they called in my favorite Final Fantasy game? Well, one of them, Final Fantasy 15. What were the summons called?
Let me think of. God, there's so many different names. Like, I actually have fond memories of 15 too.
Yes,
but
sir.
I cannot figure. No,
It starts with A.
A. We've already said Aeon.
There you go.
Avatar.
Oh, you were so close. Astrals.
Astrals, right?
Yeah.
Man.
You were so close. And these are what I always envisioned summons to be. These are what the summons felt like to me back in the day of 7. Because 7, of course, back then, that's as far as we got for graphics and whatnot. But this is how epic they felt. This is what summons should always be in every single Final Fantasy game moving forward, as far as I'm concerned. Yes, I know they're not going to do it. Yes, I know they need variety. And yes, I know there's context of the story. I get it. But these epic ass freaking godlike deities come out of nowhere and just freaking clear the entire stage. It was jaw dropping, dude, and terrifying. You know how scared I was when I first saw the God of Thunder. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, dude. Dude, like, so not only are those things, like, they are, I agree with you, they are very epic and, like, awe-inspiring, and, like, they do fully, like, this is how I feel like the power of a summon should truly be. Like, there should be nothing that survives, like, literally.
Yes.
And Rama comes out, he scorches the freaking earth.
And the best part is it stays that way. Well,
Yeah.
at least for a good minute or two, it goes back to normal, obviously. But the fact that it stays that way, and you can walk around and just like look at the damage done, man.
Yeah, exactly. Alexa, cancel. Alexa, cancel.
多少は聞いているようだが
Good Alexa, good Alexa. Ramu, Leviathan was a bit underwhelming to me, but still pretty epic when you're in the field and then like a body of water kind of just pops up and that thing pops out of there. Titan was a beast, and they each had multiple animations.
Yep.
And they're very, very, very specific to certain fights. Like when you fought the giant turtle, Adamantoise, when you fought that literal mountain of Adamantoise, and you somehow it triggered the summon for Titan because it was random, which I still didn't like and it made me mad, but I get it. He would actually like uppercut Adamantoise, which was freaking crazy. Any other time, he just picked up the earth, a huge rock, and threw it. But during the Adamantoise fight, he would actually uppercut Adamantoise. And if you were indoors and you summon Ramu, he would throw his not spear. He would throw his staff.
Yeah, well, let's call it as a walking staff.
His staff. He would throw his staff literally through the building and hit wherever you were. Like, of course, he couldn't pick you up, but because you were inside. But he would throw his staff through the freaking building, and you would see it, like still in the ground after he cleared everybody.
Yep.
It's freaking insane. Still the best to this day, and I just missed that. That game, as gorgeous as it was back in the day, I was looking at footage recently, and it's only 1080p. That game needs a freaking remake. I know they're not going to do it. I know they're not going to
Not
do it,
anytime soon. Not anytime
but
soon.
I
You
would
waited like
totally
10
play
years.
that if they remade that damn game. That game is already beautiful, but man, that game needs to be 4K, UHD, OLED,
Again.
everything.
Not happening for a while. We get it. You love Final Fantasy 15. I liked it too, but you loved it. But yeah,
I
not
loved
gonna
it.
happen for a while.
Just that theme of brotherhood just hit so hard, man. It hit so hard. It hit so fucking hard. I miss it. Anyway, last one on this little arc of questioning. What were the summons called
Final Fantasy 8.
in 16?
16.
Which I know you haven't played much of.
Primals. I'm gonna say primals. What they call primals? Because I know a lot of stuff from 14 and 16 kind of parallel. So what they call primals?
They were not. You are mistaken. They were called icons.
That
And there were godlike deities that were hosted by dominants. So, like the main character, what the frick is his name? Starts with a C.
Oh, you mean hold on. I don't want to say Noctis because you talking about 15 for so long. Freaking it's something. What's old black hair boy's name? Hold on. Don't tell me. I'm gonna get it. Give me a cut. Give me like 15 seconds. I'm gonna get it.
Clyde.
He was
Clive.
No, don't tell me. Jackass.
Clive. Yes, Clive. Clive Rossfield, to be exact. I had to look it up real quick. Clive is a
Yeah,
dominant
you cheated.
for.
I was gonna figure it out with my mind.
Figure it out later. We got airtime, damn it.
It's too late now.
Clive was the dominant for Ifrit. And I won't tell you more because I don't know how far you got. But the rest of the dominants were really, really cool, man. 16 is an underrated game. I would definitely actually enjoy playing that damn game again. Because I still use Torgal as my main mount in 14 for Fia.
Real Torgal.
Yeah, and I just absolutely adored that game. Yeah, the icons were just so well integrated into this epic ass story about war, man. It was so good. It was so freaking good. And then that final battle, oof, it had me sweating. That's how good it was. That final battle was epic. That shit was crazy. She was really crazy. Moving on. Which Final Fantasy game? I think I kind of said it earlier, so I probably spoiled it. Which Final Fantasy game was the only one to have 100% original summons?
It was obviously Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age, or whatever
Right.
it was called.
Right, and I forgot I put this question on here, so I kind of spoiled it earlier. But yeah, they were all original. Every single one of them. Moving on. What are some of your all-time favorite summons? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 on mine.
Well, okay. Well, we're gonna start off
7.
with the number one most iconic summon. You just have to have a Bahamut. Like, look, doesn't matter
Yep.
what game it is. It's a freaking dragon. Sometimes it's some space. Sometimes it's doing other stuff. But it's an amazing, like, just the king of the summons, if you will be. It's just an amazing thing, especially when you know the lore with Mega Flare. And, fighting is always going to be a challenge no matter what game he's in.
Oh, 1000%.
And he was just great. He was like what I would call the poster boy of summons. He's like the John Cena of summons, okay?
He has on a backwards hat on the poster and everything. Yeah, same here. That's actually my number one. Well, he's number one on my list. And more specifically, Neo Bahamut from Final Fantasy VII is my favorite Bahamut. But the most impressive Bahamut that I've ever seen was the one from the end of Final Fantasy 15. The one that was like this dragon samurai hybrid, and he did a move called Ultimate Sword. And I'll definitely put it on the screen right now, but she went like that 3,000 feet in the air, spent around, like 70 swords came around him, and then he threw it at that main villain. I forgot who it was at this point in time, but that shit was crazy. It was crazy. And then his swords were like the size of buildings.
Or something like that.
It was crazy.
Or something like that. That was
The main
like
bad guy. Yeah. I heard here's the only DLC for 15 I didn't play. I played the rest of them. I played the one for Gladio. The guy who cooks, I forgot his name. I didn't care for that one too much. The one that shoots, the really skinny one, blonde one, I enjoyed that a lot. But the Arden DLC came out, and everybody said that was the best one, but I never got to play it. I think I have it.
I think
somewhere.
it's because it fleshed out his character a lot or something like that.
I see. I gotcha. Who you got next on your summon list?
For reasons, Shiva. Like, Shiva is definitely my favorite female summons. Like, she is the icon of ice. I've always liked the element of ice a lot, so, I kind of gravitate towards that. Plus, good lord, Final Fantasy X Shiva. Chef's kiss. Whoever designed her did, such a good job with that version.
Eric was doing Diamond Dust all night. That's what she said. That was actually really cool.
And the fact that in that particular game, Shiva was like the strongest summons besides the hidden ones. You think Bahamut was the last law. You got Bahamut before you got Shiva in that game. That kind of blew my mind.
Yeah, that's very true. Just a quick side note, I'm looking at the footage I recorded earlier for 13 to answer your question about what's that chick's name that you like with the V?
I didn't say I liked it, I just said Vanille. I said, what the heck is up for her outfit?
I have no idea what the hell this summon is, because there's literally no names. There's no names. There's no names. It comes out, they summon it, it comes out, they don't say its name, it transforms, and then they do an ultimate move. There's 0 names.
It has a weird name too, but I don't even remember what it is. But it's weird. Everything about it is weird. Like that. Well, I don't know what they were thinking. It's like I think in terms of vehicle, I think that they move probably about as fast as Alexander would.
It really was kind of slow. And real quick on that Shiva note, the freaking summons in 15, like half of them. And I'm pretty sure there's a lore behind it, but half of them just did not care about Noctis and his well-being. Because I'm looking at it right now. I was looking at it earlier because I forgot about it. Freaking Shiva, summon like almost kills him. Like he summons him, and then like his coat starts to freeze over, and you can see him like so cold and shaking and holding his throat and everything. And then it's like 6-7 Shivas come out, and they just like attack the monster that way. But it's like, dude, don't kill the guy who summoned you. You look like he was dying. That's not the terrifying. That's another terrifying part of the freaking summons in 15. It's like they don't care about Noctis.
Now I feel that was just kind of the like, just to express like the true, like the true power of the elements and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
and that's great. But again, like Ramu, he grabs Noctis, picks him up so he doesn't hurt him, and he throws down a lightning bolt, which is fine. Shiva does not.
Okay, here's the thing. Shiva was like, if you remember the story, Shiva's like dead. I don't remember exactly how that worked, but Shiva, like, you were literally like climbing over Shiva's dead body in that entire like ice area or something like that. So yeah, Shiva probably is an icy bitch, so to say, in that game. Very indifferent, like whatever.
What's wrong with you? I say she dead.
But she didn't kill. She didn't kill Noctis.
Obviously. But that's still, again, it was still terrifying. Next on my list is Odin, and specifically Final Fantasy VIII Odin. He was a badass in that freaking game. He was a badass in that game. I love Odin.
Oh, yeah, okay, I agree. Odin is one of my favorite summons all around too. Like honestly, now that you remind me, I probably would have put him above Shiva, but he's always 2 or 3 that can be interchangeable. But yes, I love Odin, especially at 8 where you're just randomly, you don't call him necessarily, but you just randomly start a battle. It's like if he needs to show himself, he's gonna murder everything.
Badass.
Zantetsuken for the win, baby.
That's right. Zantetsuken is crazy. And you remember when Cypher killed him?
Yeah,
with one slice.
I remember.
I'll watch that again because I played through Final Fantasy VIII about maybe 4 or 5 years ago, whatever. Because I'd forgotten the events, and then I got the upgraded version where you can fast forward to it. Because I just wanted to experience the story again. When I saw that, I was like, oh. And then when he killed him, his sword, like, it was epic in so many ways. It flopped in so many ways for me because it's one of my least favorite Final Fantasy, but it was so epic in so many other ways. So when he killed Odin, his sword like flew and like landed in the grass, like blade down, and freaking Gilgamesh comes and grabs his sword. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Which I absolutely love, because like I didn't even understand the true lore of Gilgamesh until way later, because 8 was like technically my 3rd Final Fantasy game I played. I played 4, then I played 7, and then I played 8. I didn't play 5, which was his original game, and I didn't understand about him actually being a void walker. Like he got like trapped in the void, and so like he's literally the same Gilgamesh appearing in all of these different Final Fantasy games, collecting swords, and I did not understand that until way after the fact that I've been playing, probably 10 years after I played 8, what that truly meant. And that is just a great thing that they could actually kind of throw this like all together. And I do know for a fact, I haven't beaten a certain Final Fantasy game that's come out recently enough, but I do know that they're doing that again in that particular game.
Yes, sir, and it was fantastic and it was funny. Dude, that was probably one of the funniest parts of that damn game. It was so good. You're gonna love it. You definitely need to get back to Rebirth and beat it.
Yeah, I am for sure.
Like seriously, just push past the freaking mini games. Push past the mini games and just enjoy that epic game because they did a great job. They really did.
Yeah, the game itself, you're right. It's good. They just freaking murdered me with those mini games. They're right. I just gotta deal with those mini games because.
Yes.
Oh, there's a lot of mini games. I like Queen's Blade or whatever it was called, but like all that other stuff was just doing too much.
A little bit. Speaking of Gilgamesh, can you name the only 4 moves that Gilgamesh has?
The only 4 moves? I'm gonna say probably not on that one. I'm gonna listen. What are his 4 moves?
The first one is it's an 8. Sorry, it's an 8 specifically.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. So when he comes out, from being summoned, the first move he can do is called Excalibur, and he'll swing his blade. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Like what the?
Poor babies with just fake Excalibur.
The next move is Excalibur. The one after that is Masamune, or as you would call it, Masamune.
So when you know that's actually how it is. I'm telling you, it's called Masamune.
It's
I just
Masamune?
always thought it was Masamune, but
That makes sense.
I was like
It is a
watching many
Japanese
anime.
thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that makes
We're
sense.
Americanizing it too much.
That is true. And then he has Odin's move, Zentetsuken.
Based off of the weapons, I guess, that he's collected over the years.
Yes, sir. Exactly. All right, who you got next?
Next up, let's see. So I said Shiva, usually mentioned Odin. I like you said Ramu.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, I mean, there's the OG Fire Ifrit. No, I think I'm gonna have to go with Leviathan. I do love me some Sea Serpent Snake Bastard boy. I think my first time meeting up with him was in Final Fantasy IV as well, where he was basically like the king of the underworld. It was some interesting stuff, but he whooped my butt quite a few times. But like but before you actually talk to him the first time, he actually is like, I believe he saved you or no, he either saved you or sends you somewhere like earlier on in the game and forth. But like he was an awesome man. I know I'm kind of rambling now, but he was like, just the power of water. And you just had tidal wave and just like his like, especially in Final Fantasy even 14, where he was like, when you battled him for the first time, you're on that ship and just like.
I love that fight. Love that fight.
Yes.
Even though now we can finish it in like 3 hits, but yeah, I love that fight when I first did it. Definitely awesome.
Well, that's what they got to make. They need to make like a remake of that fight at some point. Well, they actually have to, but I think you did it in Eden, but that was bootleg. I didn't care for that Leviathan there too much.
I got you. I'm gonna say my last two because one is Ramu, Judgment Bolt, just because he's the OG. I think that Ramu is like the main poster child for all summons because he's like in almost every single one. You know what I mean? And when you think about summons, you think Ifrit, Ramu, and Shiva. Like those are the three that you think of, and especially. Go ahead.
I said, and Bahamut. That's all I see.
Yeah, and Bahamut. True. But especially from 15, like that, that summon, that Judgment Bolt is the best Judgment Bolt out of any freaking game. I don't care.
He was my favorite summon in 15 for sure. Like everything else kind of paled after that first time.
Mm-hmm.
I remember how it happened. I was just fighting. All of a sudden, they started like the sky got dark. You heard a little crack and all that. What?
And dude, he freaking reached, like you turn around, like the camera pans around and he's reaching down for you. Yeah. I'm like, I think I dropped my controller the first time he did that. I was like,
oh my god, what's happening? Yeah.
How am I supposed to fight this thing? And I was actively freaking out trying to figure out like how to fight this thing. And then obviously it was a summon. I remember when it first happened, I put my controller down and I just sat there like, what in the hell was that? It was so freaking good. I mean, I could talk about that game for hours. But anyway, my last one, and probably honestly my favorite out of all of them, is Hades from Final Fantasy VII and the move Black Cauldron.
That's an interesting pick.
Because I'm a huge fan. I mean, I like the elements in games and stuff like that, like when you do fire, lightning, and water, whatever. I like those, but more I like status effect moves. I like poison, and I like frog, and I like all those ones that are more interesting in sleep and silent and stuff like that. Those are more interesting to me because I'm used to the other ones. You know what I'm saying? And when I first saw Toad for the first time, like that just like blew my mind. Or Frog, whatever. Forgot what game it was, but when I first saw that, I was just like, oh my god, that is so freaking cool. Like you turn these people into freaking frogs. And like this giant skeleton comes out. It looks like I know Final Fantasy VII came first, obviously, but the armor that you get in Monster Hunter Wilds and Monster Hunter Worlds, honestly too, that the one where you're a skeleton, it looks exactly the same as Hades in freaking Final Fantasy VII. The cauldron comes up out the ground, like this insignia. This witch's insignia hits the ground, and then like these pillars come up, and then this cauldron comes up, and then this giant guy comes out and conjures this thing, and it hits the enemies with everything at the same time. Fog, sleep, fucking confusion, like it hits them all with everything. And I was like, oh my god, that is so freaking cool. Like I wish I could do this on everybody. Hit Sephiroth with that shit, damn it.
That would have been nice turning stuff off into a giant frog.
A giant frog with one wing, I would love that.
Yeah. Okay, well, I have one last one to talk about then. You
Hit
know, Knights of the Fruit. Look, that as actual
And hold on. You cut out, but I know you said Knights of the Round. So go ahead, continue.
Knights of the Flipper Round. So
Yeah.
look, now as an actual summons, it makes no sense. But it was just the fact that you had to work so hard to get this hidden summons that nobody knew about, and then the fact that it just bodied pretty much anything you other than the weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, technically it would body Ruby if you knew how to do it right. But yeah, like you know, you summon this thing for the first time. You're like, okay, what's nice of the round? So it's like you're like waiting here. It's like 2.5 minutes of these knights just coming out doing special attacks. Like each one individually could have been like a summon. Like you know, this is like crap out. Then you gotta wait for that Persona. Cause it's the one spinning little javelin thing coming up like a helicopter kind of looking thing. It's like damn, all these attacks. Then finally you think it's over. Nope, King Arthur comes out. It's like you're gonna come out. Ha ha ha. It's not over yet. And he's like, woo! Boom,
I was really hoping that was in remake. I was praying that was going to be in Final Fantasy VII remake, but alas, it was.
Now look, there's another game. I feel like they're purposely holding that back for the last one. That has to be what's going to happen. They cannot not have that.
Very true. That is true. And actually, because a lot of the stuff that you do at the end of the game, that you have to have the airship before you have to get it, right?
Well, yeah. Well, technically, the Life of the Round requires breeding. If you recall, you actually have to have all of the you have to have all of the summons. Like you know, you can miss summons in the original game. You have to have all the summons. Then you also had to wait, no, you didn't have to have all the summons. That was just my master material. But no, you had to basically breed a gold chocobo, so you could like go find this random cave in the middle of the ocean that you couldn't fly to on an airship. That and in its own right, you wouldn't even know about doing this because, like, I mean, unless you know, as we said, you know, exploration, just trying stuff. Like you might have saw that little small spot that you had to go to, but you're like, how do you get there? You can't land there.
Yeah.
But then, like, yeah, you have to basically breed a green and blue chocobo to get a black chocobo, and you have to breed a black chocobo with something else to get the gold chocobo, and that's the bad boy that can do everything.
Yeah, that's the one. Yep, remember a lot of chocobo breeding in that damn game.
I loved it, but it was difficult to. Okay, look, I don't know why. Like back in the day when we played on the original PlayStation, I don't know what it was, but like there was like a 75% chance that I couldn't actually. You know, when you talk to the freaking Chocobo Billy or whatever his name is in the farm, when you're supposed to like feed them, like there was something that was going wrong. I don't know, maybe I had a bad control or something like that. I could never actually. I had to like pray and put it like a cheat code, basically how it felt to actually be able to feed the freaking chocobos. Like it was funny. So weird.
That's funny. Well, I won't say anything about Rebirth, but yeah, you need to get back on that too. So
get on that for us, I know.
Yes, sir. 2 more things, and then we're gonna end the episode. It's been a fun episode so far. Well, 2 more questions. Which was the only summon that you had to pay to attack?
Yo, Jimbo from Final Fantasy X. I will never forget that crap.
And if you didn't pay him enough, what happened?
He might send his dog out. No, I can't remember. He might just leave. I can't remember. It was something booty. Like you basically had to pay that man some money, or he was not going to do any damage.
You had to pay him a lot.
Like Joint Breeze, he can like one-shot bosses. I think if you actually paid him the right amount.
Yeah, I actually really appreciate stuff like that because in Octopath Traveler 2, there's a skill like that. I forgot what the skill is called, but it goes by the amount of steps that you've taken in the game. And I literally saved that into the very last bit because I was doing a lot of run around in that game, a lot of leveling, stuff like that. And I purposely, it made me purposely walk places instead of using the fast travel because I wanted to rack up more steps. And that was one of the genius things about that game. And I used it on one of the final boss, and I got full tilt hit on that freaking boss, and it didn't kill it, but it did a crap ton of damage. So I was definitely appreciative of that skill in that game. That was so awesome. So awesome. All right, last question of the night. Which summons appeared the most across all Final Fantasy games?
Well, we were talking about Bahamut, but that might not. I'm gonna say Bahamut. Although I feel like Shiva and Ifrit and because Ram specifically did not appear in Final Fantasy VIII because he got replaced by, I think it was Ixion, or was it Quavicolis? No, Ixion was in 10. Well, 10 is, I'm going to say Bahamut. I'm just go with Bahamut on this one.
You are correct, but there's an asterisk behind it. So there's a three-way tie for first, a three-way tie for second, and then a definitive third placer. Bahamut, Ifrit, and Shiva appeared. Not 13 games. They had 13 appearances across the Final Fantasy games because that's specifically what it said. They had 13 appearances. For second place, it's the three-way tie for Leviathan, Odin, and Ramuh.
The princesses of the fight, I guess we'll call it. I don't mean to say princesses like that girl, but they're the second place. They're Vegetas. Okay, they're Vegetas. There we go.
That's wrong. And then the third place is Titan with 9 appearances across Final Fantasy games.
The Titans. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, those definitely Bahamut was the first one mentioned because again, like you said, he's the poster child for. He's the face of Final Fantasy most times.
Yep.
Anyway, that is our summons episode. Been fantastic. I knew it was going to be a good episode. Great memories. Definitely going to spawn off for a couple of episodes for me, a couple of topics for me. But the next episode is episode 84, and we will be talking about Mega Man. It's called the Mega Man Megasode, so get excited for that. And just as the first episode of the return of the podcast, there is going to be the second song that Gemini came up with for our potential theme song. And if you thought the first one was bad, get excited for this one. And until next time, gamers, keep on
leveling up. That's
That's
really what I meant to do.
Experience points. A new session begins. Level up. Loading retro memory. Start. Get ready. Go.